Welcome back guys, welcome to another video where we are working on the EJ9. So in the last video you'd have seen we painted the engine bay. As you can see down there, we've actually got the subframe in as well. So that's the EG subframe, not the EK. Got rid of the EK subframe. At the moment I'm just starting to build the arms back up because I've actually put some hard race ball joints in, painted them all up, tried to tie it all up. I've got brake lines to do, there's a shitload to do, so let's get to it. Yeah, so like I was saying, what we've done first and foremost is knock the old ball joint out. Pretty much just hit it that way, knocked it out. We've put a hard race ball joint in both sides. Pretty much stripped all these arms back down, painted them all up. New upper ball joint as well, so we've replaced those because the other ones were shot. Track rod ends, we've also renewed those. The pins are down there as well, so just need to tighten them up. Again, new brake discs as well because the other ones are shot, but just need to take them off. Copper grease on the back side of those, then put them on, and then I've got my brake caliper over here, nice and pink. So this on, so we're just going to put the carriers on. If you can get it in the hole. Oh my days. I'm just mocking this up as well because I need to get some new pads. New pads because the other ones are shot. Didn't realise. I thought it was okay and they're not. So need some new ones. And I'm using the wrong bolt. So here's my Hell braided hoses. Just went for the standard ones. It's going to get pink, but I thought it might be a bit too much. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then good thing about it, it comes with the banjo bolts and the crush washers as well. So I'll get this installed. Got a 12mm here. Just copper grease that, and I'll get that installed. So here we are. We decided to spin the car around. It's the next day, by the way. So I did all the brake lines as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the steering rack because Captain's vlog told us that it'd be better to take this off and basically sort out the valve inside and the fluid transfer which is on the pinion, just to make it, you know, like a manual rack, because this is a power steering rack and apparently they're horrendous. So Captain's vlog, if you're watching, salute to you, because yeah, I didn't fancy really having a horrendous steering, and hopefully that'll sort that out. So a little bit of pain for a lot of gain. That's what we're going for here. So we're going to strip that out, take it apart, probably going to film bits of that as well, and then the car's going to go back in the garage, and then we can get this sexy K20 that's been sat there doing now. Get that in there, and there's Big Bertha all ready for the pull. So here we go with the wrap conversion. So just got it out. So I'm really glad that I painted my subframe because I've just twatted it like a million times trying to get this out. But nonetheless we got it out. Undid this just to make it a little, sorry, undid this like the pinion just to make it a little bit easier. So I've got these pipes to come off. What else we've got to do? Take the boots off, take the arms off like track rod ends, and then there's a couple of nuts underneath here. This boy needs to come off as well, so we'll get that off. Here we go. Ben's just taking the lines off now. So we've got that clip there, and then that will loosen that off, so we can take it off for now. We don't want that. Right, so we've got it stripped to the bare bone. So we took out what do you call it? It's more of a plug. Yeah, so we removed the plug, and then you've got like a spring and some form of guide there, so that comes straight out of there. Take that out. So we've taken the track rod end off. We're going to do exactly the same thing this side as well, so then that should allow this rack to shift out. We'll knock that out, and then what we're going to do on here, there's like a valve. We need to cut that off, and then once we've done that, we can put it back in, put it all together, put it back in the car, and have a lot of fun. That much fun. Ben's just jizzed everywhere.
Yes, my jizz is brown.
So that's the steering rack out. This was on the end of it, on this side. So here, which sits in there, there's like a little like rim. So to get that out, all we did was flat screwdriver in there, popped it out, and then this end here was sticking out there, so just like whacked it on the floor, just popped out and brought that out with it. So this will retain on here once we put it all back in, but this is the valve that we want to cut off. So we're going to cut that off. We're going to try and press it out with the press. Ben stood there. If you haven't got a press, you can always cut it either side as well with an angle grinder if you're feeling brave, but you've got to be careful not to damage it. So we decided that we'll try and press it out as much. Didn't want to press out, so we're going to cut it out with the angle grinder. And just probably knock the rest off. So there we go. Two bits that were just cut off. Knocked it off. Now there's like a little clip in there that we're trying to remove. Obviously I don't want that falling in the steering rack. Proper man's hands then. Sweet, right. Start assembling it now. Not too bad. What would you say, half an hour so far? Maybe 45 minutes?
Yeah.
To get, yeah.
But if it was already off the subframe, it'd have been a lot less.
Yeah. Yeah, taking it off the subframe was, yeah, quite eventful. A lot of swearing, and it's fucking boiling as well, which makes it worse. Plenty of Monster and then a few cheeky beers later. Right, let's build the baby back up. As you can see, we've cleaned this out and we've got a shitload of lube in there as well. Ben has plenty of lube, so pushing the rack in to its little housing. That's the end that came off this side, so put that back onto there, push that in, and then you should see the rack there. And as I said before, let me get it. This is the clip, if you can see it. So what we need to do, put that over there, push that in, and then that stops that from coming back out. But as you can see, I'm a bit messy, so I'll do that off camera. And then what else have we got? Then once we've done that, once that's clipped in, we're going to take these lines off here, off the pinion, going to knock that through, and there's like a fluid transfer valve in here. I'll show you that in a minute, and basically we need to remove that. So I'll clip this in, and then we'll get to that. Behind a desk, mate. Ta-da! That's your clip inside there. Can't see it because it's got quite a bit of grease in, but more grease is better than no grease. So there you go. So this is what we need to take off here. This is the fluid transfer. So circlip here, basically undo that, take that off. That's all we need to do then. And where's my circlip pliers? I don't actually know.
Wherever you left them.
Could be anywhere then, Ben.
We don't have videos nowadays.
There you go, that's your circlip. Put that out there. And then that's what you want to be removing. Get rid of that, just put that in there. And then that can go back into the holder.
Clean it all up, pack it out with grease.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we've got the pinion in now, so that's all in, all greased up. Got this at the back, that goes into this port there. Just going to get that in. Ben's just over there, just what are you doing, Ben? Just cleaning up the threads, that's what you're doing. So it just goes in nice and smooth. There you go, see a bit of grease. Then once that's in, tightened up, then we can build the ends up either side, and then we can get it back in the car. So we've come to the executive decision that it's better to put the rack in without the arms on, because it's a bit of a nightmare. And I've scratched my freshly painted subframe, so I'm a little bit upset at the moment, but yeah, nice and easy, job's done. Hopefully should feel a lot better. So again, shout out to Captain's Vlog. I owe you a pint. We'll get this on, get the arms on, and it's time to drop the engine in. There you go, fully complete. And now comes the time to put the beast in. There she is, ready to go. We did a thing, didn't we, Ben?
We did.
We've got her in! And what a pain in the ass. So if you're ever thinking about getting some Chinese fucking mounts for your car, just don't bother. Go and get the proper ones, because you just end up in a fucking pickle. It's, you know, the brackets are all twisted and they don't line up properly, and the back one, which I looked on a couple of forums anyway and realised that a lot of people have problems with the back bolt, but it was a nightmare. In the end, we ended up undoing the actual mount from the engine, loosened them off enough for it to twist. We tried ratchet strapping it, didn't we?
Tried everything.
We tried everything, jacking the engine up, jacking the car up, taking the car off the jack. But yeah, so if you're thinking about getting cheap, don't bother. I wouldn't recommend it. But she's in, we're happy, we're buzzing. The next video, it will probably be wiring it up, getting the fuel line sorted as well, so there's shitloads to do. But yeah, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!